Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jack Chang here and today we're going to do yet another property review. It is the Vervain at Central Park Damansara. So yes, it isn't obvious, but this is actually the Vervain. It's poorly done. Yeah, it's not properly done. This should be much more obvious, more outstanding. Nevertheless, yes, Vervain. This is basically the third installment or the third property that I'm reviewing under this Central Park Damansara. This whole place is developed by Exim. This whole big mixed development, 65 acres again. And we are much closer towards the center already. Yeah. So this is the center. This is future developments. The ones that we have reviewed previously is behind this. Yeah, it's towards the end. That is the Cosmos, followed by the Queens. And now you have here the Vervain. So closer and closer towards the center part here. Yeah. These are all the other phases. Can you imagine? I've got a few other phases coming up very, very fast. I'm excited, to be honest, because the way it's being done, it's executed. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, the progress. And if you have all your residential components up, right, the moment you launch your retail components, the alfresco dining, which I'm really looking forward to, facing the hill that with the waterfall, I think it'll take off. Anyway, going back to this, the Vervain, I hope I got that right. I've got two blocks here. 1, 2, yeah. And you have a total of 1,066 square units. So, confused. 1,066 units. The tallest one is 45 stories. I'm not sure which is which. One is 45, one is 44, and you have 3 layouts. So the smallest is a 2 bedrooms, that's a type C, 550 square feet, 1 bathroom only, so it's not ensuite. And the largest is 1,100 square feet. That is a 4 bedrooms. Interestingly, they managed to squeeze 4, and 2 bathrooms. Yeah, 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Yep, I got that right. So yes, without further ado, let's head in. So 2 in, 2 out, and yeah, we just clear this guardhouse first. Okay, so we've gotten through. There's a proper pathway there. Actually, you can walk there. You can see, a proper pathway, you can walk there, or we'll walk through here to go to the lobby. So residence car park is much higher up. They just separate visitors to 2, SB3 and SB2. Yeah. A lot of people make this mistake. Actually, I turned in also. So SB2 and SB3 is actually not connected. It's the higher floor for SB2. While the other residence one, yes, it's all connected, right? So you can just turn up and up and up. But within this floor, it's not. A lot of visitors car park, I can see, and even above, almost the entire floor, it seems. So very, very generous. And here you got pink color, which is basically ladies parking. You also have green color, which is hybrid. A lot of hybrid actually. But even though it's marked as hybrid, right, I don't see any charging points, and I don't think so if they have any charging points, because it's really a lot. There's the car wash bay. That is not a charger, in case you're thinking. Yeah, you got like 20, more than 20. So lobby is via this car park. Yeah. Not the nicest, but still okay. And this is for Tower B. So you have GoWise Smart Locker. The more well-known one is Pop Box. This is the lobby. Cozy, compact and cozy. That's how I would term it. Your mail room. A simple mail room. All these are for B, of course. A would have their own. And towards here, you have washroom. Okay, just take a quick glance. Okay, let's head up. Let's go. For now, of course, you don't need to tack because they're doing renovation. Let's go. Stepping up the lift, we are on the 16th floor, still towards the lower part of the building. So for this tower, the shape is sort of an L shape, very unique L shape. This is one part of it, we have some units here. And this is the other part of it. So for this tower, you have 5 lifts and 13 units for Tower B. So less units. These units are also the bigger units compared to Tower A, which has 17 units. Also 5 lifts, but those are more of the smaller units. The Type C, 550 square feet. Yeah. So very straightforward. This part here leads towards the service lift. So it's a dual-sided for the lift bomba. And this is a refuse room. Very straightforward. Normal refuse room. Not the treat system type. Double doors, so it's okay. One door here, one door there. Immediately open the door, you can straight get a very strong stench, right? Because you got this double door, right? So it helps, again, preventing the odor from going into this main walkway. Yeah. Okay, let's proceed to review the unit that we have. Okay, so this is the unit that we're going to review. This is a Type B, 900 square feet, and this is the variant without the balcony. Yeah. So you've got a bigger living room space. Immediately at the entrance, space for your shoe cabinet. Yeah. This is your foyer landing area. I always like to have this as opposed to totally open. Yeah. Somehow the feeling of it being more secure. Stepping in. Kitchenette area, DB. Single face, because it's only 2 poles. Commercial title, so you have sprinklers. Five-feet tiles. Nothing out of the norm so far. Yard. Washing machine, inlet, outlet, aircon latch, so this is a very typical layout for a 900 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom setup. Your dining, living, switches is by Schneider. Aircon piping is provided. So for your variant with the balcony, I think they cut it back by at least 3 feet. Yeah, so smaller. To be honest, I would go with a larger living room. Why? Because in this instance, right, when you lose your balcony, which is meant to put your aircon outdoor unit, by the way, yeah, and it's not full sliding, you know, all the way. I think it's still partial. Partial is actually wall. If you look at the floor layout plan, and this is where you put your aircon compressor behind. So for this variant, right, what they do is, because the space for the aircon compressor is gone, they actually give you an additional aircon latch outside here. So in a way, your total build up, if that, you know, in a way it still goes to build up, right, you're still putting stuff, is an extended part, although you don't actively use it. Your build up is slightly bigger with this without balcony variant. And that are all your other phases. Yeah. Looks into this sanctuary. Now it still looks empty, but in time to come, this future mixed development, this is where you have your office towers, potentially a hotel, and then probably a neighborhood mall. All this still not confirmed yet, but that's how I see this developing. You know, got so many residents already, so many residential units. And it makes sense that you have an office and a retail lot, sort of. So this is your bathroom. Your bathroom is here. I like the fact that they put the bathroom here. It takes more effort to put the bathroom here as opposed to doing side by side with your master bathroom. I've explained this before. When you put your bathroom here, right, what happens now is that you actually have a bigger living room area, bigger master bedroom area. So usually the other variant for this is you have your small room first. Yeah, you have your small room first, then only your bathroom. So basically these two swap positions. And when you swap positions, right, the door to your bathroom, because it's beside your master bathroom is here up until here. This behind this is actually where you need to do your door to your bathroom. I'm not sure you can still follow me, but basically if this is the door to your bathroom, so this area that right in front here is actually your part of your walkway already. Yeah. Your walkway, your door here, I hope you can still follow me. This is a wall, a solid wall. Yeah, usually it's a solid wall. And then here, this side here is where I have my door to my master bedroom. Can you picture it? Okay, in short, this is tougher to execute, but it's better because it gives you more space. Yeah. If you do side by side, it's easier, waterproofing and so on and so forth, even the piping, to lay the piping. This is the bathroom. Fittings is dolphin. For this is the Verve, and this is also the Verve. Water heater point provided. This is the middle room. It's not all the way to the bottom, and that's again because you have the aircon latch here. Yeah. So obviously it'll be unsightly if you show the aircon latch. This room size is almost the size for the smallest unit, 550 square feet, that 2-bedroom, right? The master bedroom. So this is, you can imagine the master bedroom for that smallest unit is like this. They give an extra half a feet, so slightly bigger to the width there, but the length is actually the same. Yeah. You can of course throw in a queen size bed, not an issue. Looking out, aircon piping is all provided. Yeah, so that is good. Even for this is your small room, even for your small room, you have aircon piping provided. This looks into the internet era. Sprinkler provided, because again it's a commercial title. Very typical layout as mentioned, and this is your master. Master, why? The bigger unit, 1100 for the master, they actually provide 3 window panels. Yeah, and actually for in this also, you can easily provide 3 window panels. You can take it, right? You just chop half a feet or 1.5 feet either side. Then it's so much more nicer. I can only imagine that the reason why they did not provide is purely because of cost. Because to do a brick wall is cheaper than having a glass window. 2x2 tiles, standard. That's why only higher end developments, right? If you notice, If you go the likes of Pavilion and so on, they really push all the way to the side, you know, top to bottom window panels. It's much more expensive. Master bathroom. This is provided. It looks so familiar. This. The Verve. Oh, I recall the other one's Dolphin. But this is the Verve. So slightly different. Yeah, that's about it. Very straightforward unit. Nothing really different per se, if you ask me. This part's higher up though. It's not as low as a lot of it would be. So yeah, if you're interested to get a unit here, again, do reach out to Central Park Damansara Specialist for this area. Reach out to May. Her contact is below in the description. I featured her many times. She knows this area inside out. Now that we're finished reviewing the unit, let's head down and check out the facilities. Let's go. Stepping up the lift, we are on the 9th floor. So there are no other facilities floor, no mid-break, no sky facilities, it's only just this floor. So very similar to the previous phase, the Queens. Okay, let's start out with this side here. Overall, at a glance, looks decent. You know, vibe is there, typical Exim execution type of vibe. Went with a dark grey tone. Fitness chamber, essentially your gym. They gave a very sexy name to it. However, execution-wise, lighting is lacking, I feel. It might look bright in the video, but it's actually a bit dark. I think the video somehow compensates it, right, and brightens it up. But it's a little bit dark. I can't imagine how it'd be at night. And certainly you don't see those bright neon lights which were prevalent in the previous or other Exim developments. Yeah. So this is it. This is full blast. ID wise, again, is there, nice. You got the strips, music, but lighting somewhat slightly lacking. It's a bit dark, my personal opinion. Equipment is by Matrix. This brick veneer somewhat is very popular for their gym. You know, when you got a successful execution, right? You just have to replicate it and copy paste. Hammock Garden. This is their multi-purpose hall. It's locked as usual. And they gave it another sexy name, Activities Hub, if I'm not mistaken. So for this block here, the one that we just came out from, underneath, basically they put in facilities, like example this gym. But for the other block, you don't have facilities, you have normal regular units. So in a way, it's not fully maximized for facilities, it's a mixture of units and facilities. Very quick glance. So we are here. This is actually block B. Yeah, so all the facilities you can see is underneath here. This is elongated block A, so you don't have any facilities at all for block A. One thing that I vividly remember for the other phase, the previous phase that we visited, which is just beside here, yes, this is the Queens, is that they had this very nice pipe music in the garden, but I don't see, or at least I don't hear it here. I'm pretty sure they have the speakers somewhere. We'll check that out later. This is the BBQ pit, very, very nice, covered. Always love it when it's covered. Enough seating, you got fan, you got light. Yes, perfect. And you got two barbecue pits, non-halal and halal. Yeah. So more than enough seating, I feel. At a glance, this is table for 26, 4 tables. 4 times 6. Beside, you got this half-court basketball court. That is Flora Damansara. So, yeah, not the nicest of view. That pipe music was so okay. Actually, you do have the speakers, but it's not working. It's not switched on. TOA. And these garden speakers, mind you, isn't cheap. One garden speaker like this, 700, 800. Yeah. Unfortunately, or if you want to know how it feels, you can watch my previous video, Decreens. You'll love it. That soothing pipe music. Yeah. They have the speakers. Not as many, and for whatever reasons, it's not switched on. Okay, let's walk this part here, because again, there are some facilities here also. Underneath this block. Chill out spot. How can this be a facility? Oh well. Enclave garden. Nowadays, it's really sort of just putting it into your list and then tick, I have this facility, I have this facility. You know? Surround, mill. Wow, quite nice. This is nice. Yeah. Big windows, nice tempat window, air conditioned, bright. So that is very good. That is the kids' wading pool. Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's a facility, enclave garden. Kids' wading pool. And just beside here, you have the changing room. Not that obvious. Yeah, I guess the urinals was on the other side. Very straightforward. That surround was nice. Yeah. Above average. Certainly didn't expect that surround there. So yeah, this is where we meet back. That's the basketball court. It's a lap pool, very short lap pool. And then you got your sun deck. This is the kids' playground. Very small footprint. And I don't really like the way they've done it, which is too close to all these walls right here, which in a way I feel is rather dangerous, right? And the fact that here, if you notice, they actually somewhat slope it up. You know, it's not a flat surface. And coming down from this slope is immediately walls. I think, you know, they should basically transition it better. It's not the safest. Too small a footprint. If it's really small, then I rather you just keep it flat and make it okay, carpeted, it's okay. If you don't make it rubberized, carpeted, still okay. But yeah, make it flat. Transition is too significant. Tranquil pavilion. Got a fan. Okay. What else do we have? So this basically looks into the central area of this whole 65 acre. This empty plot in front here that is empty now will be for future development. Mostly commercials, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a lot of commercials as in maybe retail lots at the bottom, and then on top, of course, you have office towers, potentially a hotel. And you've got a lot of all the other phases coming up. That's the Clover. This is the Terra, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Terra. And then right beside the Tercera, future development. And then you have that, that is, let me think, the Erica. Yeah, the Erica. And then this one here is Divine. So the earlier two phases is towards there, right at the corner of these 65 acres are the Cosmos, this one here, and this is the Queens. So this is getting nearer and nearer towards the center. The alfresco dining and so on, that big massive outdoor dining is behind this actually, behind these 3 towers. So these 3 towers, the other side will look into that alfresco dining. Yeah. A bit tight lah, this part here. And for whatever reasons, I don't feel that this can be comfortable as a chair or as a lounge deck to sit somewhat upright, you know. Probably this would be a better spot to chillax. Yeah, never really like when people are walking towards my back. Okay, let me see if I can get a quick glance. Of course, there is Empire. Okay, we are close towards the end because, like I mentioned earlier in the video, there's actually nothing here. So as a footprint, right, this particular development is actually smaller than the previous one, the Queens. The Queens somehow felt much more spacious, you know, the swimming pool area especially felt very generous. Management office. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think so there's anything here at all. Yeah, nothing here. So yes, that's the summary. What do you think about this particular development? To me, again, very typical exim project, very typical exim quality. Everything is somewhat expected, you know, no major surprises. Few hiccups here and there, and you realize, right, even the layout unit all is very much copy-paste with the previous phases. Yeah, you have the same square feet layout with and without balcony variation. And just like my previous video, I want to emphasize that all this looks great on paper, on plan, if they can deliver all the phases and if they can really bring up that whole commercial alfresco dining park, you know, the offices. I think it will take off. But till then, yeah, you just have to pray that they can deliver. Exim is a big name though, and they've proven, you know, multiple times that they are able to deliver. If you look at their biggest project prior to this, which is, you know, their flagship project, Miller Square, where they also have their HQ is there, they can deliver. Okay, so yes, let me know what you think about the property in the comments below. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Do smash the like button. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.